All right, everybody, welcome to Lazy Phoenix. Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, even, and welcome to the Inspired Thunder Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you all the action tonight. Right now, practice underway. We'll get a word with a few drivers. Right now, Jackson Hadaway, top of the board. Might have a second. Aaron Stanton, Shane Hart, Hayden Williams, the top five. And as a matter of fact, coming into tonight, one driver looking to go not three in a row, but 5 in a row. Shane Hart looking to go for 5 straight wins tonight on Saturday night. Look forward to seeing all the action. Right now, as it stands, Shane Hart immediately top of the board. Only ran 3 laps to start off with. Jackson Hadaway. Oh, loosen that machine, and around she goes into the wall hard. That number 8 machine. Well, you'll be seeing that a lot tonight. Drivers going to be struggling with this track and how loose it is. I already heard several reports of it being extremely loose. Jackson Hadaway back out onto the racetrack now. Right behind the 21 is Shane Hart, who right now is the fastest man. As a matter of fact, let's go and get a quick word with the man going for 5 straight wins on Saturday night. Shane Hart, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I sure do.
Well, buddy, we just talked about it right before we pulled you up here. You've already made history. You've already made history tonight. Going 4 straight last week. You have a chance to add on to history and go for 5 straight wins on Saturday night and be the first driver to go 5 straight in inspired history. Already have broken a record, just mentioned it. Right now, 29.688, the fastest on the board. Do you feel like the 21's got what it takes to go 5 in a row?
Well, yeah, I think we do. Yeah, as long as we just don't get anything crazy or wreck ourselves out of it. It is pretty loose out of that final turn, so yeah, if we don't get involved in anybody else's wreck, yeah, I'd expect us to be up there at the front fighting for this win.
But buddy, I will say that now that I've heard over the last week, there's 2 people gunning for your head right now, believing that they can knock you off the top spot. One of them, who has been your rival pretty much through and through the whole season, and since both of you joined Inspired, Aaron Stanton, right now the points leader, ahead of you by 14. Does that kind of intimidate you a little bit, or is it business as usual, and are you going to try to snag that points lead tonight?
Well, yeah, as long as we stay consistent, I think the points are going to eventually come to us, like kind of like they already have. We brought that gap down quite a bit, so yeah, never count out this team, and especially the crew chief on top of the box. He really gets these things set up for us every week, so he gives us a good piece to at least go out there and try to capitalize on as many points as we can.
Well, buddy, I will tell you this: if you can win 5 in a row tonight, I will order me a bottle of High Rock vodka. How's that?
Hell yeah! I will join you.
Hell yeah, buddy. Best of luck to
yeah.
you tonight, Shane. Hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, thanks, brother.
Yes, sir. All right, now Shane Hart fastest on the board with a 29.688, top 5 as they run. Shane Hart, Aaron Stanton, or Jackson Hadaway, Ben Kennard, and Colton Ward. Well, several drivers last week missed several races. Not races, but missed Martinsville last week, and there the points have shifted dramatically. And coming into the night, the points, really 3 drivers for now. Still in the points hunt. Still a very long way to go in the season. But right now, Aaron Stanton still on top of the points lead. Shane Harr a close second, out by 14 points. Colton Ward out by 56. On down through the field, and there you see the big shakeups and all this. Ben Milton up to 4th in points. Tyler Stone 5th. James Hadaway in 7th. Next year, I'm going to bring up Dustin Waltney up to 8th in the points. Entering tonight by a lot of ground to make up for these drivers, but let's get the 11 in here. Dustin Waltney, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Well, after last week in the points with several drivers missing the race, you have jumped up to 8th in the points now. Still a long way to go. Do you feel like this is the point now where the 11 can kind of try to turn the season around, try to get a few more points?
Well, to be quite honest with you, we're probably just going to try to hang tough this race. I mean, it's going to be kind of a hot track, a little slippery out of the exits. We're really looking forward to the next 4 races when we switch vehicles, so hopefully you see us at the front of the pack at Atlanta for sure.
But with that being said, you say that this track's a little loose out. We can actually see it on your car right now. I got to say, will this be more of a tire management race? If so, which side are you more worried about? Are you worried about the right rear or the right front in particular tonight?
Well, with my driving style for sure, definitely the right front. I mean, it seems like after 20 laps, there's quite a good bit of the fall off. So it's whoever can hold on to the tires the longest, and consistency is everything at this track.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you going on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, while we got a moment in the action here, we're also going to bring in his teammate who has jumped up to 4th in the standings. Ben Milton, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
How you doing, mate?
Doing pretty good. I know I cut you off there. I heard it. But
That's all right.
well, buddy,
No way.
after last week and a solid run at Martinsville, really to cap off a solid run the last 3 weeks, up to 4th in the points, but out by 208 coming into this event. Is this kind of turning point where the 2018 can kind of turn things around, and really as we switch cars and go to the Gen 7 next season, how do you feel about the confidence level over the next 4 weeks after tonight?
Well, I think anytime there's like cars that are, or tracks that are close to like the road racing that I'm used to, I tend to be a bit quicker. So that's why I'm kind of really enjoyed these late models. I think we'll get back to reality next week when we go to the super speedway, and then that's where I've got to do most of my learning. But to be 4th in points right now is pretty incredible. I know obviously some of that's because of the guys missing last week, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the league. So it's just, yeah, it's good fun.
Well, buddy, I will ask you this question that I just asked your teammate, and then I'll drop you back down with Neil and let you figure out the strategy from here on out. Which tire are you more worried about tonight? Is it the right front or the right rear? Like, really? Because we're hearing about a really slick track tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely the right front for me. I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to manage now. But yeah, the right front's going to be hell, and trying to get to the halfway's going to be pretty interesting, I think, for everybody. So yeah, I hope you had a nice conversation with my teammate. But yeah, we appreciate it, Garrett. Thanks for everything, mate.
Yes, sir. Well, Ben, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully the streak can continue, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Well, that's the aim, mate. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right, now, Colton Ward top of the board over Shane Harr with a 6:24. All the way down, Shane Harr rolling right back into the pits. Aaron Stanton never changes his paint job. I'll say that. Still, it's a pretty good looking paint job nonetheless. On down to the top 5. Jackson Attaway right now holds on to the 4th spot. further back, Mike Hauser. The STP 43 machine right now, 29,723. Let's get Mike Hauser up here in the booth. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Garrett?
Going pretty good tonight in STP colors, might I add. Is this kind of a throwback to the Cup car last season?
Kind of. I love the STP colors. Bobby Hamilton got it done for Pet Enterprises back here in 1996, so hopefully we'll have some good luck tonight with that.
Well, buddy, I got to ask, after missing last week, you've dropped heavily in the points, out by over 200. I got to ask you, one, how is there really a plan to try to get back within striking range? Do you feel like there's enough season left to get back into striking range? And then my next question, a slick racetrack night, how do you feel like these cars yours in particular, is handling right now?
Yeah, it sucked missing last week, but it's kind of one of those deals that you just have to miss. And I know we're kind of far out, like you said, but I think we still have a long season ahead of us. I think we're really good, run top 10 every race, and I think we have the speed to win. So I'm not too worried about it right now. Car is definitely slick out there. I think my car is definitely a long-run car. Yeah, I know you've heard that before, but as the run goes on, I'm able to kind of get into a groove. So I'm hoping we get a long run tonight and keep this 43 car up front.
Well, I said last question, but I'll shoot you one more since we got 3.5 minutes left. We make the switch. We make the switch next week to the Gen 7s for a month with them. So I got to ask you, after tonight, where's the confidence level as we go from the late models to the next gens for another 4 weeks? Do you feel like a lot of the groundwork can be started next week, if not tonight?
I hope we can start it tonight. I haven't really been able to race the next gen as much, and I don't know. I don't feel 100% great about the next gen cars. It kind of depends on the track, and they kind of drive like tight boxes. So we're gonna have to do a little practice and work on it a little bit. But I still think our confidence is gonna be pretty high, especially with how well we run, or how well we've been running in the Thunder series. So let's keep the momentum going tonight and carry that into the car switch.
All right, buddy. Well, Mike Hauser, best of luck to you tonight from here on out. And I will hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, right now, Mike Hauser still 5th on the board. But right now, everybody's chasing Colton Ward, who was laid down the fastest lap of a 29.624 for tonight. Right now, 19 cars strong for tonight, which is a great turnout for the late models. Understand people weren't all that happy. People wasn't all that happy with the turnout tonight, semi-small, but hell, I'll say 19 late models tonight. Hell, that's average with a lot of them real life at the local track. So big shout out to Inspired for getting 19 drivers to join tonight, because next week we will go to the next gen cars for what should be some thrilling action. Of course, next week, just next gens, that will start out at Super Speedway Atlanta, 180 laps. Then followed by Vegas, Phoenix again, and then Coda. But the Coda East Circuit, they're not even a mile part of the road course. So it ought to be fun, ought to be thrilling. And that will be the next 4 weeks after tonight for the Gen 7s. Then after that, December 20th, we will go to Chicagoland for the Xfinity cars. And that will be the last Thunder race before the break, where we will come back after New Year's. Right now, Hayden Williams, 9th on the board. with 12 seconds remaining, Colton Ward will have the fastest car in practice, Shane Hart, Aaron Stanton, Hayden, or Jackson Hadaway, and Mike Hauser, your top 5 out of practice. The clock strikes 0. And qualifying up next. Where's my phone? Give me 1 second, folks. All right. 5 minutes to push the lap. Dustin Walton will get us started tonight. Followed by Ty Wilson. Ty Wilson, Aaron Stanton, Joseph Maddox, Ethan Sikorsky, and Jackson Hadaway. As Dustin Walton on the clock now. Right now, staying fast to the first half of the racetrack at a 15.3. Never mind, there's Waltney. Staying 14.9 through the first half of the racetrack. So Aaron Stanton on point to take the pole position away, but Dustin Waltney was set the time to beat. Survey says 32.60. Staying top of the board, 29.761. James McConnell making his debut tonight. And right now, McConnell third quickest went 29.759. Darcy Hard just put his name on the board, 31.144. Hayden Williams top of the board. Jackson Hadaway. All right, now just trying to put a time on the board. A little bit of lag issues for the 8 machine tonight. Bad lag issues. Meanwhile, David McCullough, Elite Motorsports, puts it on 7th quickest, 29.860. Right now. That Fast Fred machine right now has speed all throughout. Since he really joined up by a couple of rough stretches on both Cup and Thunder Series side, has plagued the 2 machine, but the Fast Fred Wrap Shop. Number 2 machine, 8th quickest with a 29.860, did not improve on his second lap. Tyler Stone. He's already made severe contact with the wall. You can see that body damage already done. For Tyler Stone, this lap here, survey says at the line. 31.425, 15th quickest for Tyler Stone with a car that looks like it's already been heavily damaged. Ben Milton. On the track. And Milton to P3 for his first lap. 29.727. So that was his first lap. He might be a very strong candidate to take the pole away from Mike Hauser, who has a 29.704. Last lap, 49.4 14.9 at the line. Survey says top of the board, Ben Milton. 29.693. The first driver to crack the 29.6s, and Ben Milton with 19 seconds left on the pole for tonight. I'll be damned. Well, that's a hell of a way to start the night. With that, qualifying has concluded. Next up, 82 laps to halfway caution. Well, halfway caution will be on lap 41, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it is lap 41. All right. So that being said, the starting lineup for tonight. Ben Milton on the pole for tonight. Mike Hauser, Hayden Williams, James McConnell, Ethan Sikorsky. Your top 5, Aaron Stanton, Ben Cadert, Jackson Hadaway, Elijah Fisher, Wade Alexander, David McCullough, Robert Wilhoit. The top 12. On down through the field, Darcy Hard, Dustin Waltney, Ty Wilson, Joseph Maddox, Tyler Stone, Colton Ward, and Shane Hart rounds out the field tonight. I know I just interviewed him, but hell, I'll do it again. Ben Milton, Garrett Jenkins, one more time. You got a copy?
Hey, Garrett, you alright?
I'll be damned. I was going to leave you be, and then you posted a banger of a damn lap time, and I got to ask you, were you expecting that out of this car tonight?
No, absolutely not. After practice, I was like saying to the guys, you know, if I can get in the top 10, I'll be happy. So, yeah, that came out of nowhere. So.
Had to eat your words then, didn't you?
Oh, it's crazy. I was like...
Well, buddy, just want to say hell of a job on your first career pole here in Inspired. Hopefully you can finish it off with your first career win.
That'd be amazing, but I'm not expecting it, Garrett. But if it comes, I'll be over the moon, and be great to speak to you.
I have a beer waiting for you.
I'll take it.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy. Best of luck to you.
See you, Garrett. Cheers. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Let's see if we can go down through the field. Get James McConnell in here. James McConnell, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Howdy, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. First off, welcome to Inspired Racing League. Second off, starting 4th tonight. Do you feel like you got the car that can get it done and win on your debut night?
I feel like I can at least stay safe. That's the goal for today. That's the goal for today. We qualified a lot higher than I thought I would, so today's goal is staying a little safe and hoping we have a good time.
Well, buddy, hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this day. Best of luck to you tonight, and hell, bring it home in the top 3 so I can interview you.
Fingers crossed. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
You too, bud. Trying to get the other guy of Syntec Racing, Ben Cunard, in here in just a little bit. All right, now. Ben Milton, Mike Hauser. One trying to get his first win in Inspire Racing League. The other trying to get his first in the Thunder Series. And for the rest of them, they're just trying to get the win as well. Pace cars in. Ben Milton takes them to the green flag. We're underway for Phoenix. One driver's already blown it up early. Tyler Stone. You heard the engine grenade, and with that being said, Tyler Stone's night will be over before it even gets started. Elijah Fisher just rolling out onto the racetrack. Well, you'll hear that awful sound a lot tonight. That'll be the cars bouncing off the rev limiter. Right now, the gap already 3/10 of a second. Hayden Williams in second, Ethan Sikorsky third, Mike Hauser, Ben Canert right now in the top 5. Dan McCullough in 6. James McConnell, Jackson Hadaway, Aaron Stanton, Robert Wilhoit rounds out the top 10. You get a look at this track from high above. Too high, as a matter of fact. Can't hardly see the cars down the back straightaway. There we go, that's better. You look on Rattlesnake Canyon. As Hayden Williams is in hot pursuit of Ben Milton. Well, Tyler Stone, Wade Alexander not able to make the race tonight. Tyler Stone blew his engine right to start with, right on the initial first lap. But Tyler Stone had the race. Wade Alexander not able to make the start. Oh, contact with Hayden Milton early. They save it. That's one way to take the lead. Williams got to his inside. Holy hell in heaven. Milton will slide back to third. Got to think that right rear tire is not happy already. Well, we got a break in the action. Go ahead and do our first through the field. Matter of fact, we'll pull up the drivers who have gained the most spots. So right now, Hayden Williams up to Ethan Sikorsky, if he can quit lagging. Up to second. Ben Milton has slid back 2 spots to third. Mike Hauser 2 spots back to fourth. Ben Canert right now up 2 spots from where he started this race. And David McCullough, one of the biggest movers so far tonight. Right now running in 6th spot in the Fast Fred Wrap Shop. Right behind him, the points leader coming into the night, Aaron Stanton. Meanwhile, side by side battle for the 8th spot between James McConnell and Jackson Hadaway. Robert Wilhoit joining the frame. Right now, Jackson still suffering from internet issues at the moment. Well, already calamity to start with. Dustin Walney up 3 spots where he's starting. How about the 2 men that sit second and third in the points? Up 6 spots from where they started. Colton Ward, Shane Harr, the biggest movers so far. Well, I think right now Shane's just content on following a man who many can say has been able to rival the 21 since bursting onto the scenes, other than Aaron Stanton, Elijah Fisher, and very few others. And right now, if you're just joining us and you've missed a few things, the points coming into tonight. Stanton holds a slim 14-point lead over Shane Harr, 56 over Colton Ward. The rest need a miracle over the next, 32 some odd weeks. So, but that is the points coming into tonight. On further back through the field. Joseph Maddox right now in that 6 machine. Hang on to her, buddy. Bernaire, Ty Wilson. Right now has not lost another game none. Darcy Hard down 3 spots. Now Elijah Fisher, who missed the start of this race, right now in 17th, 8 laps. Behind the pace, Tyler Stone and Wade Alexander Of course, not making the start tonight. That is the Through the Field. Brought to you by Inspired Marketing, might I add. Right now, Hayden Williams holds the lead. Ethan Sikorsky, though, blinking very badly. Still trying to be in hot pursuit. Mike Hauser has slid back 1.3 seconds. Ben Milton, who started on the pole, right now running in the 4th spot, in jeopardy of going to 5th and on back. As Aaron Stanton, the points leader right now, trying to get to the lead and stay there. Well, let's run on board with Aaron Stanton, really. Go watch his dashboard, see how he's working his track. I had to check up big time there for 28. Well, of course, this is the old Phoenix Raceway, the old layout. It looks completely different, almost nostalgic feeling. Racing on the side, letting it roll, on and off the gas, letting it roll, back to 3/4 throttle. Full song down the front straightaway. Right now, it feels kind of settled down for the most part. Well, of course, the halfway caution coming at lap 41. So that will pretty much give everybody a reset. As right now, it's all been Hayden Williams since practically lap 3, but Ethan Sikorsky hot on his trail. Well, internet issues obviously plaguing the 94. Right now, Hayden seems to have found a sweet line, running right in the middle, able to pull the gap back to 2 seconds. If we, you can see Hayden really just riding that middle lane. Of course, Hayden Williams' last win came at Fuji last season in the ARCA Series. Hopefully in the future he will move up the Cup to race with his dad and the rest of the H&W Motorsports crew. But right now, Hayden Williams has led at the line, making 13 laps. On back through the field, Shane Harr on the move. That High Rock Vodka has gotten around Colt Ward now. For Shane Harr tonight, going for 5 straight wins on Saturday night. And the High Rock Vodka 21 is going to get underneath the 22 of Robert Wilhoit. This will be the battle for the 10th spot. Well, of course, if you're Shane Harr, ever since that DNF at Texas to end the month of the, really to end the month of the Gen 4s, it has been nothing but a straight tear through the damn field. From out 72 several races ago, hell, 5 as a matter of fact, to now back within striking range of the points lead. And Shane Harr on the move. Well, you got to think, to have as good as a stretch he's had, why stop now? He would be the only guy to sweep out. He'd be the only guy, really, to say that he has swept all 4 of the late model races so far tonight. But unfortunately for the 21, got a long way to go. And if you watched last week in Martinsville, how hard it was to really pass. We really had to send the car into the corner to try and make something happen. You're kind of getting the same feel tonight. It's going to be hard to pass. It's hard to pass on the new version of this track. But tonight with these cars, the track is slick as it is, as hot as it is, it's going to be rough. And well, right now you're seeing, even though the 94 blinking in and out, he's been able to stay right with Hayden Williams, but not been able to get the job done so far as passing him tonight. So either one or two things happen. Either right now, the cars are bouncing off the rev limiter so much that it's really hard. You really got to send it into a corner. You sacrifice tire wear at that point. Or what the 94 is doing is trying to actually save that tire wear, not push his stuff, and, you know, be fine. Caution is out. Ty Wilson and Darcy Har involved in this one. First caution of the night with 60 laps to go. That'll be a big break for Elijah Fisher. It'll save Elijah Fisher's butt is what it will do. For Darcy Har, however, it will not do him no favors. Let's see what happened to put us under caution for the first time tonight. Caution breed cautions. All right, now goes into turn one, just gets into the back of the 5, sends him on around. Pretty much all she wrote. Well, Ben Milton will stay out to capture the lead. You know he ain't going. Oh. So will Ben Connert, James McConnell as well. Hayden Williams in the pits will bring us down. Well, we got a moment. We'll talk to the other driver from Simtech Racing at B. Wouldn't be fair to him if I did not interview him. So we'll see what the man who dominated Daytona Road Course 2 weeks ago. Ben Connert, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hi, yeah, how's it going?
Going pretty good. Well, I was just saying, it wouldn't be right to interview all your teammates and not get you up here in the booth. Unfortunately, time ran out. I got to ask you, though, how's the car handling for your perspectives? Has been a top 5 car all night, to say the least. How do you feel like the handling is, and how do you feel like it's having an impact on the tires?
You know, I think the car's been feeling pretty good. If anything, it's been wanted to turn a little bit too much, which is a good problem to have. But the tire wear is going to be pretty bad. It's going to be hot. I'm not sure if people are pitting for tires now. I would hope not, because that is not a very good decision. But you know, we're just going to try to save them, change at the halfway point, and then do the same thing second half.
Well, I was about to say, was that pretty much strategy just going forward? Just try to save them to the end.
Pretty much.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. I hope I'll get to talk to you at the halfway break when I interview the halfway winner.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have a good rest of the race.
You too, buddy. Well, right now, as it stands, top 5 stayed out under this caution and are on a 24-lap run as it stands. So to re-rack the field, because I believe, oh, never mind, we're rolling now. Well, damn, snuck up on me in a hurry. Anyway, to re-rack it, I'm not sure either why it was single file, but nonetheless, caution out. For what? Evidently, the botched restart. I have all lighties. So under caution. And again, going to try to get a word from race control to see. Matter of fact, just send him a message to see if it was just because of the bad restart or what the deal was. Second caution of the night, nonetheless. Oh, while we're waiting for race control right now, rewrite the field one more time. Ben Milton, Ben Hurt, James McConnell, Dustin Waltney. As a matter of fact, it is a Simtech race in top 4. Hayden Williams, David McCullough, Jackson Hadaway, Robert Wilhoit, Aaron Stanton, and Mike Hauser, the top 10. So, caution out for a delay of the restart that did not happen. So, nonetheless, that happens. Well, halfway break will come on lap 41. Does anybody know David McCullough merch trailer will be open? I think they're open till 10. Or after the race. Probably 11. Alright. Field coming to the one green this time. Actually, it is the one green. My mistake. Or a double foul, moron. What'd you expect? Alright. So Ben Milton, the pole sitter, right back up where he started. Ben Connor, James McConnell, Dustin Waltney, Hayden Williams, your top 5. We're rolling. Underway from Atlanta. The halfway caution will come at lap 41. So roughly 11 laps for the halfway caution. Milton out to a 2/10 of a second lead. And it's still a Simtech top 4. $52 to go. Well, he said he felt like he'd be lucky if he can get top 10 right now. Milton's got a rocket. On further back, the driver who's led the most laps so far, a night of 19. Hayden Williams trying to make his way through the field. H&W teammate Jackson Hadaway in that PGR Esports machine up to 5th. Well, H&W Motorsport, of course, the boys are at it tonight. Jason does not run on Saturdays anyway. Bobby Hadaway not here tonight. So right now, it's the sons up to do the work. Right now for Hayden and Jackson both doing a damn good job, if I got to say. Caution out. Robert Wilhoit around. 3rd caution of the night. 3rd. Depends on how you want to call that. Depends on how you want to call that other one with the delay. What happens to Robert? Okay, so sliding around, going around in circles. Gets loose across Colton Ward. Crushable damage to Ward's machine. Robert with the wherewithal to keep it off the inside wall. 4th caution of the night. 4th or 3rd? 3rd, damn it. There we go. Had to argue with myself. Well, Scott, to be honest with you, it can be taken as 1 or 2. Was they cannot get an update with Colton Ward. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy. Try this one.
Hello.
There he is, by God. Well, we just studied the incident with you and Robert Wilhoit. First off, do you know of how bad the damage is to that 42 machine?
Well, I thought I had none, but apparently I do have front end damage, but I don't know.
Well, we're looking at it right here in the broadcast. There is damage to that right front area.
I
Basically.
guess I'll just repair that at the halfway point, I guess.
Well, damn. Well, buddy. Well, I want to know how bad was the hurt. Last question before I let you go. Does the wheel feel off, anything like that? And do you feel like you'll still be a contender to try to get to the front and win? And really, how hard has it been to make passes the ground tonight?
Yeah, it's just been single file. Yeah, can't really pass.
Well,
And no, I mean, like I said, I didn't think there was any damage. That's why I stayed out.
well, buddy, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully, you can get it fixed and be here at the end of this thing for an interview.
All right.
And tell Aaron I said hello.
Okay.
Well, right now, Ben Milton, the field getting set to go back to green. There's a Simtech Racing top 3. Ben Milton, Ben Kennard, James McConnell, your top 3. Hayden Williams, Jackson Attaway, your top 5. I'm anxious to see how this halfway break's going to really affect. Damn, if I can get my words out, that'd be great. It's really going to affect how this race goes on. Cause you hear it when Colton Ward says it's hard to pass. It's hard to pass. Now, it's practically been single file. I ought to say track position tonight is going to matter a lot. All right. Milton and Kennard, bring us down. Rolling again. A minute already out to a half a second lead. That car has got Farrell speed, I swear. And right now, Milton holds the fast lap at a race at 29.734. Right now, it'll be 46 to go, 41 to go will be the halfway caution. Going back through the field. Jackson Attaway, of course, hanging on to the top 5 spot right now. Dan McCullough, the Fast Freds. Wrap Shop trying to take that 5th spot away. McCullough trying to rebound after a very terrible last few weeks. Colton Ward to the inside. He wanted to. He thought about making it 3-way. Thought better of it. Oh, Jackson loose up into the marbles. Colton Ward. Going to try to get to the inside. McCullough, Shane Harr hanging out in 7th. Well, that damage evidently not hurting Colton Ward a whole lot, but you can see where it is. Being in on that right front machine of the Nerds, Gummy Cluster, whatever kind of car that is. I know it's a late model style. I don't know if he's running a Ford or what it is a Ford. Well, while that's taking place right now, the gap for first and second, just under a second. Caution is out. And I believe that will be the halfway caution. 41, yeah, it is. Well, pit strategy definitely going to be altered. Ben Milton on 41 lap old tires. As is practically all Simtech racing. Everybody else 18 on down. It's that Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Joseph Maddox, Darcy Harr, and Aaron Stanton. Well, if those drivers choose to stay out, I will tell them this: 8 laps will make a big difference. But some take the gamble. And sometimes the gamble works. Sometimes it doesn't. We're kind of see if you're going to roll the dice in Phoenix and stay out, or if you're going to come in for rubber. Stanton stays out. So does Sikorsky, Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Joseph Maddox. Remember what I just said about rolling the dice. Aiden Sikorsky, the biggest gambler out of all of them. 20-lap run so far. Well, the points leader right now coming into the night will lead for the first time tonight. I don't know. I get 9 tires. I get 9 laps, fresher tires, but I get you want track position, but I just don't understand. When you know that tires are going to be a factor, especially whenever Dustin Waltney did not pit, he fell all the way back to 9th. They're the drivers. I'm the commentator. So, in all the late model races I've done, I've got no extra set of tires. So, I don't know the strategy behind it or whatnot, but we're going to see how it works as the top 5 have stayed out. So Ben Milton, Hayden Williams, Shane Hard, David McCullough, James McConnell, and all down have all pitted. Well, for Aaron Stanton, I will say this. He wants to win back. He wants to win back. Has not won since Daytona to start the Thunder Series, but has held the points lead practically since then. It's tonight. Aaron Stanton returns to victory lane. Pace cars in. Stanton and Sikorsky brings us down to 2 teammates. We're rolling. How about, hey, Williams going to take it 3 wide. Williams 3 wide under Maddox. Milton trying to split him as well. Hey, Williams like he's shy of a cannon up the 5th. David McCullough coming with him. Caution's out. For what? Ben Kennard, Joseph Maddox, Darcy Harr. Colton Ward, damage to the other side now. I'll be damned. All right. Well, let's put us under caution for the 5th time tonight. It's going to start with Joseph Maddox. I just don't know where. 3 wide. McCullough on the bottom. And Maddox comes up. Oh, he slammed Ben Milton. Jackson Hadaway with damage. And that is going to take out half the field. Give me a far chase cam. I'm not understanding. All right, let's just watch the car. Just gets loose. Well, I'll be damned. The price you pay for staying out, I would have to think. Watch it one more time. Well, of course, and it's been a loose track all night. See Milton go up into the marbles in there. He's right there on a seam, too. That's the other thing. Well, what I think happened is Joseph may have gotten spooked. The 2 starting to slide up a little bit, probably unnerved the driver to 6. Got loose, hit Ben Miller, and around she went, and Jackson Hadaway nowhere to go in that beautiful PGR Esports machine. Ben Knert will get a piece of this and slam. Well, okay, not really slam, but either way, makes contact with the 6. Finishes off Joseph Maddox. He'll bring Darcy Har into the mix. Colton Ward. God almighty. Well, field already lined back up to the 1 to green. Colton Ward in the pit still, along with the 46 of Ben. As for Ben Miller, do not know the extent of the damage to that 28 machine. But I got to assume that it will not handle as good as what it was earlier. All right. Stan, Sikorsky, Hauser, Fisher, Williams. Let's try this one more time. 34 to go for Phoenix. Standing immediately up to cover his teammate. Going to go right back down to the bottom of Mike Hauser. Right now, it's Shane Hart in 7th. Colton Ward 1 lap down. This could be the breather Stanton needs to get Shane off the back of his neck. Well, you can tell new tires are coming in the first one. Hayden Williams. Right now, Stan opens up to about a 0.6 of a second lead over Hauser and Fisher both. Sikorsky and Williams, your top 5. Right now, Fisher settling into the 3rd spot for the moment. Hayden Williams right back down to the bottom again. We're really going to see how the new tires play an advantage. Right now, Stanton shot out of a cannon and is gone. Just about to a second lead. Right now, you look out from back behind Aaron Stanton. Right now, 30 to go from Phoenix. Right now, fresh tires trying to overtake old tires. Hayden Williams, Shane Hart, David McCullough, 4th through 6th, all on new tires. Right now, Shane Hart and Hayden Williams both stuck in the battle for 4th. Both trying to figure out how to get around Elijah Fisher, who right now is becoming the roadblock committee. Shane's going to get to his outside. Going to try to get to his outside. Big run off the corner. If I keep seeing that damn KFC car, I'm going to go to KFC tomorrow. Try to beat the church crowd. But right now, Fisher holding on for dear life. Shane R trying to get around Fisher for the third spot. Well, Shane knows that if he can get around Fisher and Hauser quickly, he will have a shot at Aaron Stanton. 5 in a row, trying to stay alive. Right now, it's up to third. Horner still using that bomb lane, trying to roll that bomb a little bit better. He will be clear of Elijah Fisher. Shane Hart up to third. Right now, the gap just under a second. With 25 to go. Two cars around, back straightaway. No caution, there it is. David McCullough, Dustin Waltney. God almighty. For Aaron Stanton, I can hear him now. Come on, brother. Well, what has happened to the 11 into 2 machine to put us under caution for the 6th time of night? Oh, too fast. Oh, so Sikorsky gets into the back of McCullough. Whole bunch of lagging going on there, but nonetheless. Look out for the crash chopper cam from high above. It is down the back straightaway. David McCullough, you know he ain't happy. Goes down on the inside, holding his line. 94 comes up, makes contact with the 2. And around she goes. The 11 kind of lags into him. But that 11 had damage from earlier. Nonetheless, under caution. Mike Hauser stays out. I don't think he had a choice. Well, this will bring drivers in. Stanton, Fisher, Hayden Williams, Sikorsky, Jackson Hadaway. Oh, Sikorsky overshot the pit box. Elijah Fisher has came to a rest at the end of pit road, unsure into what's the reason for. We'll have to get word in a moment. All right, well now, Mike Hauser with 21 to go on 27 lap stint. We'll have to hold off a hard charging field. Elijah Fisher might try to get his position back. Unsure if it's going to let him or not. Does not appear to be. All right, well, nonetheless, Mike Hauser, James McConnell in his debut will be restarting second. David McCullough going to try to limp the car to a victory lane tonight. We're rolling. McConnell, a bad restart. We'll open up the door for David McCullough to get inside along with Aaron Stanton. Stanton on new tires. Well, we're assuming new tires anyway. I don't know how many sets they got tonight. But right now, Hauser scoots away to a 0.6 of a second lead. Right now, 20 to go, and if you're Mike Hauser, it might not be the Cup Series, but he said he's had the speed. He's had the speed to get it done numerous times. It has not been able to find victory lane yet. Is tonight. Right now, it's still a battle between Stanton and McCullough. Stanton will take over second. Here comes Shane Hard. McCullough's going to look to the inside. Try to cross him over. So right now for Stanton, trying to get rid of David McCullough the best that he can. Run down Mike Hauser. He'll finally get clear. He's got Shane Horst, the man coming in second tonight, breathing right down his neck. And right now, Hauser down to a 1 second lead. Or up to a 1 second lead, more or less. They're slowly dissipating. Right now, that gap slowly shrinking down to just under a second. Question is there enough time for Stanton and Hard to run down Mike Hauser? Is tonight that the 43 returns to victory lane? We'll know in about 16 more laps. Well, excuse me, folks. Stanton's last lap, a 10th faster than Hauser. Well, right now, this is two drivers in the top two wanting to go back to victory lane, and then the driver in the third spot has talked about it a couple of times already. We'll talk about it yet again. Going for 5 straight wins on Saturday night. And starting 19th, has climbed all the way up to 3rd. Where there you see Hauser starting to fall off here. You're right on board with Shane Hart, obviously. They are catching Hauser and catching him quickly. Or if you just joined us tonight, late in the action, a race recap. Mike Hauser in the lead with 13 to go, 6 cautions tonight, and 1 official lead change. There's been more than just that, but counting official, and right now the gap, half a second. 12 to go, time's running out. Well, once you get to him, you got to pass him. This is going to be good. Well, that's actually right on board with Mike Hauser. I'm going to pull up one of my favorite graphics. And there you see it, green across the board by a tenth over the last 5 laps. We'll see what it is this time. The gap, still 0.4 of a second, 10 to go. Still slightly faster. It will be easier, I feel like, standing, not have Shane breathing down his neck. See what it is this next lap. Faster, but just barely. That time, that's going to be a big gain off the corner. Down in 2/10, 8 to go. Aaron approached the line a little bit higher and dived in the corner. Able to pull it big time again. The gap shrinking even more. 8 to go. Folks, grab the popcorn, hold that, and hold the beer. It's about to get good for 8 laps. Shane R to the bottom. Shane said, you know what? Forget it. I can get to him. Well, this is what Hauser wants to see. Well, I feel like they still got Hauser dead to rights. The only issue is now they're racing. Oh, contact! Shane is standing around. Caution is out in the late laps. Oh, my Lord. Damn it. The 5 in a row will come undone for Shane R. The quest to return to victory lane will come undone for Aaron Stanton. And both first and second in points coming into tonight involved late in the running. Let's look at it. Well, it's late in the going. They got Hauser dead to rights. And Shane just washes up, gets into Aaron, and around both of them go. God almighty. You hate to see it. And Mike Hauser was another one that hated to see it. Well, this is set up for a lot of drivers tonight to go their way. Jesus. As a team owner, you hate to see it. There ain't no way to be unbiased about it when you see one of your cars get involved in a wreck going for the win. You hate to see it. And Buddy does it set up a finish. For Mike Hauser, has not won a race since last season's Cup Series in Chicagoland. Almost going on, I believe, 4 or 5 months ago. Hay Williams just as long came in Fuji in the ARCA Series. David McCullough trying to go to victory lane for the first time in the Inspired Thunder Series. Elijah Fisher, you got to go back a long ways to find Fisher's last win. Mount Panorama, last season on the Cup side. Well, it will not be overtime. It will be a 3-lap shootout to decide it all. All right. Hauser Williams brings us down. 3-lap shootout. And waiting in the wings isn't overtime. We're rolling. Hauser with a great launch. That's about best you got for. McCullough's going to get into it. Elijah's going to send him way up the track. They're wrecking big in the back. Darcy Harr, Aaron Stanton, the big one. On the back straightaway at Phoenix. Shane Harr, Vaughn, and this Ben Milton, Dustin Waltney. And this was poker. Everybody just lost. And that Fast Fred's wrap shop number 2 is done. Shane Harr, meatball damage as well. Whole right, left front of that machine's locked up. Jackson Hadaway, massive damage to that machine. So Elijah Fisher, unsure if he got any damage out of this. Let's go back and look at it. Well, it starts with Fisher and McCullough. Unsure who does what. Well, they enter the apron. Oh, okay. So I see it. So this is very similar to 2 weeks ago in North Wilkesboro. As a matter of fact, with Elijah Fisher and Aaron Stanton in the closing laps. Car gets the apron, bottoms out right there. Splitter on the ground, shoots the car up the track into Fisher. Fisher might not have bad damage to that machine. As for everybody else, however, back behind this is a lot of tax-paying dollars going to the body shop. But since Korski gets a piece of this, from there, okay, oh, Jesus almighty, Darcy Harr, massive lick, and they just keep on coming. Well, the admin means going to have a lot of ARCA brakes involved in that one. Son of a, can't say what I just wanted to say. Caught myself. Okay, so they actually get, Jesus Christ. A lot of big impacts. Okay, so back here in the back, these are drivers taking it. They are 5 wide, almost at one point. There's a wreck in front of them. Milton gets into Stanton. Shane turns the 11, and then from there, it is a log jam. Good grief. Son of a gun. And folks, let me get my sources right before they go back green, but I'm almost positive. Yep. One attempt at a green-white checkered. It does not matter how many others wrecked. They're done. Hauser fired again. 2 to go, no matter what. McConnell now to the bottom. Meanwhile, Hayden Williams and Mike Hauser. They're going to see the white flag regardless of what happens. Hayden's got to be patient. He's got to size this up. They're wrecking in the back. Logan Fisher, I think, just got turned. Fisher is standing both. White flag does not matter. Hayden Williams around Mike Hauser. Holy hell, is it going to be possible? His last win came last season in the ARCA Series at Fuji. Tonight, Hayden Williams returns to victory lane at Phoenix. Hauser second, McConnell third, Will Hoyt Ward the top 5. Can you believe it? Have you ever? No. In my long career that's lasted 6 months of broadcasting, I have never seen it. Hayden Williams to victory lane. It is a winner in the Thunder Series. Robert Wilhoit with a congratulatory tap. H&W Motorsports first win. He's going to jump the damn car. Trying to do a burnout. Well, let's look at the winning move of the race. Well, let's re-rack it all the way up. Well, the 7 gets into the back of the 16. We'll look at that here in a second. There it is. He got right to the bottom. Go for a chase camera. All right, now just rerun it. All right, right here. He just gets a better entry down the front straightaway. There is contact. We know there's contact. Net coated, but nonetheless. And it was smooth sailing as a Raging Idiot Racing Network. Big move of the race. It was Hayden Williams' 9 in Phoenix, Arizona. So you cannot get a word with him. Hayden Williams, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, I'll be damned, Sam. Back to victory lane for the first time since Fuji and Arca last season. Take me through it. On our side of things, it looked more like a netcode contact with you in the 43, but did you feel like that you had the car that you could set Mike up at the end?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I was way faster than him. Even if I didn't make that contact, I probably would have still passed him, but I don't know.
Last lap, anything goes. That's the way I look at it. Well, obviously, there's the statute of limitations is there, but nonetheless, I feel like it was a clean move. I personally do. I mean, hell, you see a professional do it all the time. I got to ask you, how did the track handle as the race went on? Did it eventually start to tighten up? Really? What was it like all race with these cars?
Well, for me, I couldn't really tell a difference. From the start, it may be a little more grippy, and at the end, it got a little more slick, but I couldn't really tell a difference.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a night to say the least. Well, when the dads let the kids take the wheel, you see what happens, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you before I let you go out and celebrate this one tonight. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Same people I always think, Garrett.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, my family, yeah.
Well, buddy, hell, H&W's first win in Inspire Racing League history comes with Hayden Williams. Hell of a job tonight, buddy. Welcome back to Victory Lane. Look forward to seeing how you can do it next Saturday night.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Well, from one driver to another one, we'll get Mike Hauser in the booth. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Well, take me through the night. Hell, let me get my facts right before I say this statement. 52 laps was the difference on the pit stops tonight. Did you take the tires early? What was the strategy for the 43? Did you feel like there was anything you could have done different?
I don't know, Garrett. Yeah, like I said, I just looked 50 laps on those tires, and I wanted to try to flip it at the halfway mark, so I pitted early, or pitted on that caution before we got the halfway caution, and just kind of babied them, and I stayed out, and I was running Aaron down there, I thought, and honestly, I wanted to pit with them when they took tires, and I didn't. And I'm like, well, we're gonna see what happens here. And I had a good long run car. I was able to hold him off until the caution came out, and I thought I had it. Honestly, I thought I perfectly timed those 2 restarts. It was just so loose getting into the corners, and I let Hayden get to me. He did a great job at, like I said, just maintaining or just being able to put the power down. And congrats to him on his first win. I'm happy for him. I mean, it sucks to lose. It sucks to lose that close to the finish, but you know, congrats to him. I know he kind of moved me up a little bit, but I'd say anything's fair game when you're going for your first one. So I don't really know what else I could have done differently there. I thought I got the best jump I possibly could have. I just didn't have the grip. For once, I wanted a car that was a little tighter. But yeah, I'm just trying not to beat up on myself with that. You know, I can't be ashamed of P2, but to lose that close to the finish, it really stings. So.
Well, buddy, that was a hell of a night for the 43 nonetheless. A hell of a return if it gives you anything. You should walk out of here with 175 points for finishing second, not to mention the 10 bonus points. 1 for leading a lap, and you'll walk out of here tonight leading 26 out of 85 laps, the most out of any driver, topping Hayden and Ben Milton both at the end. Does that give a little bit of closure for the 43 team?
I think it does. I mean, right now in the moment, it really stings, but you know, once I cool off and take a step back, it'll, you know, it won't be that bad of a day. I think I just need to get better at running up front and being in the moment. You know, I I get so anxious behind the wheel sometimes, and sometimes maybe I make anxious mistakes, or I don't give it my all, or I feel like I can't push it as hard as I do. So, but that right there, I felt like I gave it as much as I could without wrecking the damn thing. So it's good momentum for the next gens. Just stinks to end it that way, but we're just gonna go on. We're gonna kick ass at Indy. We're gonna kick ass at Atlanta like we always do, and we'll just keep fighting.
All right, buddy. Mike Hauser tonight will finish second here at Phoenix. He will now turn his attention to Indianapolis to try to win the second crown jewel race in the Inspired Racing League. Best of luck to you Monday night, Mike. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Garrett.
He won't never admit it, but you can hear the emotion in his voice. And I will say this before I pull up James McConnell into the booth. We actually have something to look at beforehand on coming to the white flag as well. But I said this after his win at Chicagoland, and I'll reiterate it tonight. For a lot of us, myself included, as good as iRacing is, for what you can do, broadcasting side, race control side, and even the cars, this is probably the closest that a lot of us will ever get to being behind the wheel of an actual cup car, late model. Beggars can't be choosers. This is the closest thing we'll get. So you can hear the emotions from the drivers who take it to heart. With that being said, before we get James McConnell in here, we're going to look back at this incident coming to the white flag. Just rolls the corner good. Fisher, rewind it real quick. Looks like Fisher goes to... Well, Fisher's trying to get there to 7, gets a great run. I mean, it looks like Fisher comes down to 7, maybe coming up a hair. More or less looks like, just from my vantage point, I'm not race control, but it looks like the 16 comes down a little bit more than the 7 goes up, and that'll be... So that was the incident coming to the white flag. Obviously, we saw Mike Hauser and Hayden Williams. That being said, should be the last interview. Okay, well, Robert Wilhoit up next. That being said, we'll get James McConnell in here. James McConnell, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Howdy, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, buddy, first and foremost, hell of a job tonight. However, it will come with a little bit of controversy, to say the least. Take me through coming to the white flag with you in the 16. What did you see?
Frankly, I was terrified, if I'm being honest. We were coming around that last turn, and he was far ahead, and so I'm like, all right, well, fourth, that's that's good, that's fine by me. And I got a little early on the gas, I think, and just got into the back of him. I felt really bad when that happened too, and I'm kind of expecting they'll probably end up putting him at third or putting me back, which is fine. I kind of felt bad when that happened, but yeah, it was hard racing tonight. It was a good time. I had a lot of fun. I think I used up all my luck. All the crashes happened in front of me, and I don't know how I made it through, but somehow we did.
Well, buddy, real fast. Bear with me here. I want you to, I know it's probably going to disappear here for a split second. It's probably going to disappear here for a split second. Just give it a minute. I'm going to back it all the way up, and I'll let you look at it from where I'm calling it from, and
yeah, of course.
Let you look at it from my angle. Personally, the way I see it, one comes up, one comes down. So we're gonna come back. This is coming to the end here. I'll just let you look at it from here and tell me what you think.
Yeah, right about here, I see him. He's ahead, and I'm thinking, all right, well, he got third. I'll take fourth. That's all good. And then I get on the gas a little early here. We come into each other, and that's it.
One more look.
Man, I feel really, really bad about that one.
One more look.
Sorry to. Who was that?
That's Elijah Fisher. But one more look at it, because this is the vantage point. This is how I looked at it. So I mean, hell, you get a great of a roll through the corner. It looks like.
Yeah, I just came up into him, came down. Either way.
Looks like I said to me. Looks like one comes up, one comes down, going for the same spot, but it's the last lap as well. With that being said, that take me through the night. You had a fast machine, a pretty quick machine, all throughout the night. Really, all of Simtech Racing brought a hell of a car tonight.
I think we did great. It was a great time. We had a good time. There was one time in there we were 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was pretty cool. And yeah, the cars felt solid. These cars are a good time. First time actually seriously driving the late model, and it was great. It was a great time.
Well, buddy, last question before I let you head out of here tonight.
Yeah,
Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely my wife for letting me have these these weekend nights.
These luxuries.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely my wife and my buddy Ben Connert for inviting me in here to Inspired, and all the guys at Simtech who were just pretty welcoming to the team. It's a great time. Thank you all.
Well, for Jay McConaughey in his debut in the Inspired Racing League, will walk out of here tonight, finishing in the third position. A hell of a job, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Howdy, yes. You have a good one.
You too, buddy. Well, that being said, we'll get the driver who will come in fourth tonight. After a rough night for the 22 himself. Man, that's in the interview room. Robert Wilhoit, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got buddy.
Hey, what's going on, my man?
Well, hell, it was a rough night for a 22 machine through and through. Take me through the night from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, we had a solid, I felt, top 10 car. Had a little incident with the 42 where coming out of 2, we both got loose and I came across his nose, and there for a second I thought my night was going to be over, but I was able to keep it off the wall. Never made contact on either end, and got it going, got all the damage fixed, and those late cautions helped us get up there, staying out, and coming to that white flag, I was kind of nervous a little when I saw the 16 go around because I thought he was going to collect me up in it. He barely nicked me as I was going by, but just kept the foot in the throttle, tried to put it up there in the top 3. to at least get a top 3 there for our main sponsor tonight, Raging Idiots Racing Network there. It was a beautiful paint scheme that they provided me tonight.
That's a hell of a paint job. Hell, I had no idea I had no idea I was going to be sponsored tonight. Most of the time, I know me and Steven's got a deal for the restrictor plates and 2 playoff races. I'm not expecting to come out in a late model, but damn thing looks good.
Yeah, we're trying to put on a show for you, and hopefully we didn't disappoint this week.
Nah, P3 effort. I will take it. Robert, I will ask you 2 more questions before I let you head out of here tonight, because I know you got an admin meeting. I'll probably get pulled in there as well. But first and foremost, how critical, how crucial were tires tonight? Because I feel like we saw it all throughout the night, just how critical they would be. We saw it at the end with Hayden Williams and Mike Hauser. I'll ask you yourself, how critical was the tire game tonight?
It was big. As soon as you running hard and you burn up the right sides, and the car just got super tight in the turns, and then super loose on the exit. So tires were definitely a big part. Able to keep them cool and keep some life in them there for the end was, I think, one big reason why we were able to stay where we were. So,
well, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, last question to end all interviews. As I'm starting to say that now with every league that I broadcast. Everybody want to thank tonight, friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to sit there and thank our team owner Brent for allowing me to come out and play with you guys on Saturdays. From Full Throttle Union, I want to thank you for showing up every week, taking time out of your weekend and everything to put a show on so that way our fans can watch it. Got super respect for that. And we want to thank all the drivers that show out to try to put on a good race at least.
Well, buddy, a hell of a night for the 22 machine. Matter of fact, will be the best finish of the season for the 22. And we'll come home in 4th tonight. Robert, appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Yep, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. With that being said, results following tonight. Well, you heard Mike Howard say he did everything he could to hold off Hayden Williams, and really, I see the last lap in turn 1. I see it fair ball game. It's already had the position on him, and it looked. I'm sure they'll be heavily debated in the admin meeting tonight about the finish. But nonetheless, Hayden Williams, your winner tonight. Mike Hauser, James McConnell in his debut will come home 3rd. Robert Wilhoit, Elijah Fisher rounds out top 5. Ty Wilson, Dustin Waltney, Darcy Hard, Joseph Maddox, Mad Lad. Don't know why they changed the name, but oh well. And Colton Ward will be the top 10 tonight. Aaron Stanton, Jackson Hadaway, Ben Milne, Shane Hard, David McCullough, Ben Kennert, Tyler Stone, and Ethan Sikorsky will round out the top 18. I believe there's one more at the bottom. Wade Alexander did not make the race tonight. So with that being said, appreciate everybody watching. Be sure I got my calendar right before I say what I'm about to say. So next Saturday, Raging Idiot Racing Network will not be bringing coverage to the Thunder Series. I believe that another broadcast team will take it over as a trial run to see how it goes. So that will be next Saturday, the 22nd. It will pick up business as usual. Raging Idiot Racing Network picking up the Thunder Series. However, on Monday, November 17th, we'll be right back here with the Inspired Cup Series Ford Indy. So really, just looking at it, it'll just be November 15th that the race will not be televised on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. And then we'll pick right back up business as usual. Other than that, the schedule remains the same. And I will see everybody tomorrow night, tomorrow night for MMS to end the weekend with a bang. And then I will see everybody Monday night at Indianapolis for the running of the Inspired Cup Series Brickyard. And until then, everybody have a good night. Take it easy. Congratulations in order to Hayden Williams one more time. Until then, have a good night.